Where's that Ether Bunny? Where's the Ether Bunny? Where is the Ether Bunny? That's right, guys. Welcome to Ether Boy Crypto. Wow, it's gonna be tough to wear this the whole time, I think. My hair looks crazy. Guys, the Ether Bunny, I heard, made an appearance today. Welcome to Ether Boy Crypto, your official Ethereum channel. We're back. We're back, Ethereum. Where's all the haters at? I could have came dressed as Cupid, but I didn't. Came dressed like the dang Ether Bunny. Get out of here. We're at all-time highs, ladies and gentlemen. We're at all-time Ethereum highs. The Ether Bunny has made an appearance. I told you guys that we were going to get to $2,500 by Valentine's Day. I clearly lied. But here we are, right before Ether, and just as I predicted, exactly as I predicted, Ethereum is now at all-time highs. After 3 months in the grave, on Good Friday, 2 days before Ether, it has risen again. Guys, what in the actual do I look like right now?
You look great.
Do I? Do you guys think I should wear this the whole stream? I think I'm gonna have to take it off.
Yeah. Smash the likes if you're a fan of the Easter Bunny or the Ether Bunny.
Yeah, if you guys like the Ether Bunny, with his little egg, exactly as I predicted. That's right, guys. Ethereum is back. We're gonna be talking about Ethereum today. Guys, should I do a little striptease here?
Uh-oh.
Should I do a little striptease here with my Ether Bunny outfit? Ba-da-da-ba-da-boom, ba-boom. How is anyone ever going to be able to take me seriously again? After this, I should take my pants off live in the stream is what I should do. Get out of here. Oh, guys, what a day today is. Ethereum is back. We're back, guys. You guys are going to see us hit 1 million subscribers now. And let me tell you, we got a lot going on out here. I had someone contact me yesterday. You would not believe who we're going to be getting on the channel soon. I can't even tell you. I can't tease it any more than that. Bitcoin, sitting still. Ethereum, absolutely pumping. Me, sweaty from an Easter Bunny costume. Guys, let's just get started.
All is right in the world.
All is right in the world. We're back on top. ETH is back on top. It hit, what high did it hit here? It hit 2070, I think.
IMK6 was asking if the wife picked out the outfit today.
No, my mother picked that out. my mother dressed me in my best Easter clothes. My best Easter clothes. Okay, so we had that Easter Bunny. God. Now I feel like we should just close the show. Like, what do we do? How can we possibly top what we just did? Here to say it, or hate to say it, but Mike Tyson predicted Ether first. Wow, that might be true. Guys, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're obviously talking a lot about Ethereum today. I mean, look, guys, this is a great day. A lot of people doubted it for a long time that we were going to hit another all-time high. You got all these lame people out there like, oh, Ethereum's done. Binance Smart Chain, BSC, DOA. Ether's back. Ether is back. Guys, okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. 741,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to Hit Network and New Money Gang. These are our new shows. We've got some spin-offs coming on this one you guys are definitely going to want to check out. Also, guys, I did want to talk before we get into the markets today about Prosper. This is one that I have been investing in. We talked about it a while ago. It's done very well. It's a prediction market, kind of like Augur. If you know, Augur sucks. It's an old project, been around for a while. Somehow it's on Coinbase. It doesn't do much. But I would like to say they've got some announcements they've been making, which is they're going back live on Binance Smart Chain, 4 p.m. UTC. This is, you basically do these predictions with BNB. 263,000 PROS tokens and rewards for PROS holders. First time ever you can use PROS tokens or USDC to place predictions. And then also, guys, this is big news. They've got staking going on with Prosper right now. So introducing the PROS USDC liquidity pool staking, $2 million in rewards. You guys can follow Prosper Predict on Twitter for more. Okay, let's go and jump into the markets here, guys. I mean, what a day. I feel like I need to take this shirt off, too. I'm sweating like a hog up here. Like an Easter hog.
Gonna go full Alex Jones on us?
I might do it. Might go full. Whoa. A little button to the top isn't done. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. I saw a little skin of myself. Okay, guys, Bitcoin coming in 59,900. I got wrecked on a trade this morning. Bybit's 59.5. You know, it happens. I just keep trying to catch that 60K pump, and I keep missing it. But meanwhile, Ethereum is absolutely crushing it. We're going to be looking at a lot of altcoin data today. We're going to be looking at the market cap at an all-time high right now, I believe, $1.93 trillion. Let's see where it is. Not quite an all-time high. It looks like, on the 31st, we did get to almost 2 trillion. But if you look here very closely, you will see that it does look like we are at the beginning of another leg up. A clear uptrend here. We just got to make a higher high. And this line right here, well, you can't see it. Oh, you can see the line. The gray line right above the blue line, that is 2 trillion. That's how close we are to $2 trillion in market cap. So definitely something to watch here. Very excited to see the market cap continue to climb. We will be looking at Bitcoin dominance a little bit later. But guys, I want you guys to notice something here. Bitcoin, 57.5%, so it has fallen. Ethereum, 12.3%. I believe this is the highest we've seen the Ethereum market cap or the dominance in quite a while. Let's see here. No, it had actually gone up to 16%. It was at 16% back when it was pumping in January. But as you can see right now, it is very close to going above where it was last year. So I didn't realize that it got up to 16%. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, over the summer, we had our little DeFi pump and things like that. Okay, so looking here at the top performers of the day, we got Helium with a giant run up. We have Dent, Holochain, EOS, Elrond. Hey, Elrond, one of my top 5 picks for the month, along with Synthetics, another one of my top 5 picks of the month, back over $20. How are my other picks doing, I wonder? I don't see any of the rest here. And somehow the Graph community has just discovered that we're heavily invested in Graph. So, yeah, it's like our 6th biggest holding. Someone asked me about the Fridge. I mean, he was a great player. I mean, great player. Chicago Bears. Okay, let's look at biggest gainers of the week. We have Holochain, 152%. But look at Filecoin, down 20% today, still up 90% for the week. Let's check out the NFT market here. We have Theta and Chiliz and Engine Coin doing pretty well. Decentraland down, which is very interesting because we're going to look at some Grayscale news here in a little bit surrounding them. We have Sandbox up a little bit. Looks like none of the NFT market is really pumping. Wax up 5%. We're going to be doing a video with them pretty soon. Look at Ecomi. Wow. Ecomi has gotten decimated this week. Eternity also has gotten decimated this week. It's down to $40. So to me, if you guys had actually got into some of those projects, I told you guys, you might want to wait for a correction. And Eternity Chain, that is a big correction, down 18% today. And I'll tell you, when it comes to Ecomi and Eternity Chain, they both have really big news coming up. So I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what the Eternity news is, but I've been told that there's something massive coming for Eternity. So definitely something to check out. Someone's saying Eureka WTF. Why? What's going on with Eureka? Oh, down 30%. Look at that. Guys, if you guys remember what I told you guys yesterday, and I want to reiterate this over and over again. If you do not get in the pre-sales for some of these on these launch pads, if you buy usually the first 6 hours, you're going to get wrecked. So it is down 30% today, but Eureka is a really solid project, but this is where the opportunity comes in. So if you're buying the tops of these, and I'm telling you not to do that, that's not a good way to do things. You got to wait for these. Look with Pokemon. Pokemon did the same thing. That's a chart to definitely look at. I feel like I'm losing my voice up here. I think the Ether Bunny costume got in my throat.
Might have been some of the yelling last night at Andretti's.
Oh, yeah. We did go scope out Andretti's last night. That's going to be really interesting.
It will.
Still like Cook? Yeah, I love Cook Protocol. We're invested in it. We like Cook. Pokemon now is up to $45.55. This one, it actually had launched, let's see, it launched around, I think, $30. It dropped down to $20. This chart here isn't really showing it. But you guys are just going to find out that most of these projects are going to work like this. You get in the pre-sale, you're going to crush it. If you don't, wait for it to bottom and then get in, because now Pokemon is at an all-time high right now at $45. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart before we get into the Ethereum chart, which I know you guys want to talk about. I got a little wrecked on a trade, which we'll talk about here in just a minute. We're going to talk about the Bybit contest. I've just been being stupid. I've been stupid. But I would say this. I do, when we get to the Bybit section, I do want to tell you guys that, oh, look at that. I do want to tell you guys that when it comes to leverage trading, I'm going to give you guys a tip, which I have given you guys many times before, but for some reason, consistently when I'm talking to people, this is the number one mistake that they make. So we'll be talking about that as well. Man, I really feel I'm losing my voice right now. Might have been the yelling. Maybe the hectic pace of my day. Someone said there's a rumor that Shaq is partnering with Eternity Chain. Let's see. Let's see. I don't see anything new. Oh, maybe, actually. Yup, look at this. Eternity Chain to collaborate with Kinetic to further NFT ecosystem. Pretty interesting. Where does it talk about Shaq here? This is news to me. I hadn't seen this. Eternity Chain's non-fungible token platforms provide a number of exclusive tokenized artwork from prominent sports figures, including Tony Hawk and Shaquille O'Neal. So pretty interesting. I will tell you, we're in the process probably of getting one of the biggest megastars in sports on the planet on the channel here pretty soon. So I'll say there's a lot of this stuff going on with the NFTs. So here we go. Looking at the Bitcoin price. Guys, look, here's what you want. Okay, let's go and look at the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin. I want to show you guys the last great time, and you guys will see this is why we're struggling a little bit with our 100K to $1 million challenge on Bybit. And why is that? Well, there just haven't been a lot of great opportunities to get into Bitcoin. You got to go all the way back to the 25th of March, find a green dot on the momentum wave. And then, of course, you got to go back to March 23rd to find a green dot on, like a large green dot on Market Cipher. I mean, guys, when you've got an uptrend like this, that's just very slow and steady, it's hard to find a place to get in, right? It's just hard. I want to be in this thing when it shoots up over 60K, but I will tell you, what we're seeing right now is with the dominance dropping, and with Ethereum looking like it is about to wreck brains right now, coming in at $2,070, to me, you know, it's looking like altcoin season right now. It's looking like altcoin is where you're definitely going to want to check out, because, you know, if you look at Bitcoin, if you look at this chart, like, where is the entry here? You know, like, where is the indicator of where you should get in? Usually what we're looking for with Bitcoin is we are looking for big dips in the market. That's when you get in and you long, okay? So when you're looking right now, where's it at? Where's the giant dip? It's a very slow and steady bottom left to top right. And you can say, well, you could get in at any point here and you could have made some money. But the thing is where we're at right now, hovering around 59,000 and 60,000, hovering around basically an all-time high for Bitcoin. Where's the upside? You know, like, where do you say, oh, you know what? The price, you know, can go up over 60,000. Let me just get in at a random point. You don't do that. You want to wait for a big dip. So, you know, if you go back to March 31st, you had kind of a big dip right there, little dip right here, but it's just been so slow and steady, and these bands are really tight. It's not showing a lot of giant volatility, so it's hard to really know where to get in for leverage trades. Some people believe we might have a correction over the weekend. I actually think it's much more likely we kind of go crazy the other way over 60K. We did actually touch 60K last night. We went up to $60,350, and then, you know, we got rejected. So that $60,000 line is definitely, you know, one that's hard for Bitcoin to get over right now. I believe we are going to get the volume that is going to coincide with that at some point, but we just don't have it right now.
That was one thing I was thinking might be interesting to look at, would be what happened the first Saturday, Sunday in March. So I think that'd be like the 6th and the 7th. Like, after the first week of March closed on a Friday, what happened the first 2 weekends?
You mean after the last Friday close where the futures expired?
No, I mean
February.
after that happened, February 26th, we had a new week, right, in the new month.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was that first weekend like, which is kind of what we're
the
running
first
into.
weekend after. You mean the next week after the close?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what was that date on? So the last Friday. Let me pull up a calendar here.
It would have been the 6th and the 7th of March.
6th and the 7th of March.
Which would kind of be like the 3rd and the 4th of this month.
Yeah, the 6th and the 7th would be like that. Well, if you look here, it looks like it was sideways action. It looks like there wasn't really anything that significant going on in the 6th and the 7th.
What happened to the 13th and the 14th?
So the 6th and the 7th, we got a big dip on that weekend.
So maybe
it dropped from 49 all the way down to 47. And then you're looking at what, the next weekend?
Yeah.
The next week, I mean, pretty much, there's no reason to look at the next weekend. What happened is, in March, is we got the close, the next full week. Then on that weekend, we got a dip. And then ever since that weekend, the price shot up all the way through the middle of March when it dumped. So kind of if we were to draw some comparisons here and we were to look at, if this month were similar to last month, what we would look at is probably about on after it bottoms out. If we were to get a correction this weekend after it bottoms, that might be a prime entry. That's what it looks like according to this.
Probably Monday.
Yeah. Well, no, clearly the entry would have been on the 6th. It would have been that night. I want to pull a calendar up. I need to see this with my own eyes.
Well, the 6th would have been a Saturday.
March calendar, 2021. Yeah, so the 6th was Saturday. So really, according to this, it would have bottomed on the 6th, the afternoon of the 6th. So on that Saturday it bottomed. Sunday it actually started climbing. Probably because, traditionally we've seen Sundays not be good. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people were probably counting on a Sunday dip, and that's when the market started going up. That's whenever the market starts to adjust to a place where people, like we looked at for a long time, like on Sundays it dipped every Sunday. And then what happened as soon as we figured that out?
It didn't.
Stopped happening. So I definitely think that, this weekend we might see something similar, but I don't really know exactly what I want to do in terms of trading this weekend. I'm just ultimately going to have to wait for a dip at this point because we've been a little wrecked. So kind of looking at what happened with me yesterday here. Now, if you do want to sign up for Bybit in the competition, you can go to bitboycrypto.com/Bybit, or you can go to bitboycrypto.com and click up here. And you will see the sign up link here. So let's go here and look at the contest. It has officially started at this point. My ranking down 12%. I'm like basically in last place right now. So somebody has done 200% returns already. And you guys can see the coin they're trading with. They're trading on the USD pairs. Guarantee you this person is trading on leverage ETH right here. That's probably what it is. But if you want to sign up for the competition, there is almost 14 days left, $400,000 in prizes possibly. So you're going to want to go make sure you get in that. For us right now, God, people love Veracity. Are people in here shilling Veracity, or are people really actually that excited about it?
No, I haven't seen anything recently.
Like in the chat?
I mean, other than this guy.
Every day. I see it all. I see VRA nonstop in here. So I don't know. We like Veracity. But anyways, guys, I lost like about 16 grand this morning trying to freaking chase the bottom. So, or trying to chase the 60K pump. So you guys can see right here, we've had a pretty rough week this week. Why has it been a pretty rough week? Because I've just been chasing and FOMOing to the top. I've been trying to, basically a lot of people believe that when this thing goes above 60K, that it is going to go all the way to 70 or 80. We hear that all the time. And I think that is a really common thing that people think, is they just want to get that prime entry. And when you get that prime entry, a lot of times it'll go up and you won't take the profits, and then it'll go back down and you'll get wrecked still. Because I've talked to 2 people in the last 2 days that have the exact same problem. If you look at poker players, for instance, I need some water. Give me some water. If you look at poker players, basically what they're doing is they're going through all of their hands and they're analyzing every single hand that they play, especially when they're online, when you get all that data very concisely. Okay. So what they're doing is they're looking for leaks. They're looking for a leak in their game. It might be that they, call too much. It might be that they bluff too much. It might be that they, always stand for one extra bet and they shouldn't. When it comes to leverage trading, most people's leak is in taking profits. That is where the leak is. Because you can go and you can look, at almost every trade you make, and most likely at some point during that trade, you're going to have been up. And what happens is that you don't take those profits. So let's say, for instance, thanks, TJ.
You're welcome.
What if I held this up and I was wearing the bunny costume?
It would have been interesting.
Would have been interesting for sure. But what I would say is that when you look back at your trades, most people, they get up. So let's say right now, let's look at the prices, okay? Let's say right now the price is at $59,005. Let's say you had got in at, $58,000. Well, at $59,500, you're probably up a pretty good bit depending on your leverage. Well, what you should do is you just go set that stop loss after you're up at $59,000. Because a lot of people, they really fear the wick coming down, hitting their stop loss and bouncing back up. But most of the time, what's going to happen is the price is going to go down, hit your stop loss, and then plunge through it. That's what happens most of the time. So you got to look at those stop losses as a taking profit strategy. And then if you do get stopped out, look for a new entry. And sometimes it's going to go down, hit your stop loss, and bounce right back up. And you're going to be pissed because you had a good position. That is going to be a much, much, much fewer, occurrence. It's going to occur much less than actually going through and plunging through your stop loss. Because you got to remember, leverage trading is not a 50-50 proposition. It's not a game of half of the time goes up, half of the time it goes down. Okay? 100% of the time, pretty much, or 99% of the time, it goes like this. Up and then down. You could actually have a short position and a long position at the same time on two different accounts, and you could actually get liquidated on both in 5 minutes sometimes. Especially if we go back and we look at the Bitcoin chart. If we go and look at the daily chart for Bitcoin here, let's see, let's remove the drawings. Where is it? There it is. If we were to see what it did, maybe it was the 4-hour chart. What day was it that it shot straight up? Maybe it was right. It was the other day. Let me go back to the 4-hour chart here. Can't necessarily, I guess it's right here where it almost hit 60. I can't remember where it was. But the point is, there was one day last week where the price hit 60K in the middle of the night, and then it dropped down to, I think, 56K in 5 minutes, right? So you could have got stopped out. If you were shorting from 58,000, you could have got liquidated with the price going up to 60 and then turn around if you were, longing it and got liquidated on the other side. So what you want to be careful when you're leverage trading is to make sure you have stop losses set, obviously, but you have to learn how to move that stop loss to make sure that you lock in profit. Is this a new hair piece? No, I got a haircut, you idiot.
Yeah, a lot of people roasting the haircut today.
It's because I had a bunny suit on, okay? The hair actually looks very nice in reality, but I put the bunny suit on and it didn't look great. So, yeah, this is 100% my real hair. 100%. Now it looks great.
I was going to say, now it looks great.
Yeah, okay. I can't help it that y'all are jealous that you don't have gray hair like me. It's not my fault that you have bad genes. Sorry. Okay, so that's what's going on with Bybit. If you guys want to sign up, there it is. Look, here it is. Look, that's exactly what I was looking for right here. Because it was the hourly chart on the 31st. Like, look at this here. Look at that candle, and then look at the candle right next to it. People are getting liquidated both ways there. So you got to remember to move that stop loss up and take profit. Okay, so let's go to Ethereum here. Ethereum back above 2K as market rally continues. It has soared this week, trading above 2,000, hit a new all-time high. After a week of green candles for Ethereum, the second-rate cryptocurrency is trading back above 2K. ETH first crossed $2,000 on February 20th. Think about that, guys. February 20th. God, so much shilling in the chat today with the super chats. Mm-hmm. Like literally every chat. Can you start deleting those? If somebody's shilling them, can you delete them? I'm tired of those. If you guys are going to come into our super chat and just freaking shill random projects, we're just going to delete it. So don't waste your money. And let's do that for everyone. I want a no shilling in the super chat rule.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's kind of irritating me. Okay, so February 20th was the last time that we crossed over $2,000. So that means all of March, the price lagged and didn't get up above 2,000. But just think about this. By the end of the month in February, it was Ethereum was $1,300. We also saw, I think, that flash crash on Kraken down to like 800 or something like that. Demand for the asset has increased in recent weeks as the crypto bull run picks up steam. It's up 26% in the last week, while Bitcoin has also seen a sharp rise. And here's the long and the short of it, guys. Ethereum right now is looking very strong compared to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is kind of started to go sideways, and this is one of the best indications that we have for an altcoin season, if you will. Mr. Elron himself loves altcoin season. He talks about it quite frequently. But what you'll see is about 99% of the time when people are talking about altcoin season, it doesn't happen, right? Start to see some good signs, and then things go reverse. Bitcoin starts to pump, whatever.
Yeah, I was telling him today, like, looks like we're getting close to the start. But yeah, not full-blown altcoins. You'll know when it's full-blown altcoin season for sure.
Well, even if we do have an altcoin season, this will not be the finale.
Right.
What you guys got to understand is when we talk about altcoin season in 2017, it was basically November through January is when things went incredibly explosive. Tron, Cardano, Ethereum, they were crushing it during this time. XRP was crushing it during this time. They all topped out in 2018 in January and dropped. So we were to say the end of this market will be Halloween, okay? And you were to say, okay, well, what's 3 months before that? That would mean starting in, I guess, about the end of July is when we will probably start that crescendo, the rising crescendo of altcoin season. What we're looking at right now is kind of a mini altcoin season. This would be like phase one.
Right.
Bitcoin dominance dropped all the way down to like 33% in 2018, early 2018. So that's something that we're looking for. Right now, we're not even below 50 yet. So we'll be looking at that. BJ Egg and Spoon Ether special on Hit Network.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that. Who's the egg and who's the spoon? I'll be the big spoon. Actually, that's not what people said on the comments over there.
That was funny.
Tax tips on crypto gains. We're going to have some tax videos for you guys next week, so stay tuned for that. And then, of course, today is Stonks Day. So we got Justin from A Couple Cents podcast, or I keep saying podcast. Justin from A Couple Cents on YouTube coming on the show today. We're going to talk Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity, where you guys should be trading your stocks at, your stocks portfolio. Okay, so looking at the chart here, according to Market Cipher. Now, look, I mean, guys, if you had gotten into Ethereum back here, price was $15.50. You can't tell me Market Cipher doesn't work. I mean, look, of course, we did get the green dots, and then we got the manipulation X here, and we did see a drop. But once this third one kicked in, I mean, that was pretty much the bottom, and it shot straight up since then. So right now, on the 4-hour chart, we have gotten a green dot on the momentum wave at the top. I would say, though, of course, that, this is a pretty big pump we just had. Where is it going to top out at? I don't know. But what are we looking for? Altcoin preseason? Yeah,
that's a good definition.
Thank you, someone. Altcoin preseason. That is what this is. And then Elijah says, any tips on parachain drops coming up? Not really, but, we do watch the IDOs, and most of those are on Polkadot. So what we're looking for here is the all-time high was, what was the all-time high? It was 2047, I think, on the Bybit chart. Let's go back pretty far here. Golly, what a freaking run. 2049. So this is where the all-time high was before. So what we're wanting to see is we are wanting to flip this into support, obviously. So we want to see this go up and then maybe see it come down, bounce off of this to confirm that we're turning this into support. And then we can be looking at Ethereum continue to rise. Any thoughts on YFDI's last man standing NFT and their newest launchpad project, Room for Health and Fitness in Crypto? I mean, guys, obviously I'm the definition of health and fitness in crypto. So we will be covering that project next week, obviously. BitBoy Fitness is coming.
BitFit.
BitBoy Fitness. Never mind. Fitness. It's a good joke there. A lot of you guys know it. I moved a lot of ETH to ADA and took a large loss after Raul Ruiz Jr., $20 super chat. I moved a lot of ETH to ADA and took a large loss after Coinbase launched due to catching the high wick. Plan on holding it in the short term. Should I move ETH to catch? No. This is what I tell you guys. These are giant mistakes that you guys make. I told you guys not to move your Ethereum. Like I told you, I said, hey, if we get to the end of April and it doesn't move, maybe it might be time to move. Okay. But the fact is, this is why you guys lose. You lose because you sell out of a project in the red to buy one that's massively in the green. That doesn't make any sense. You want to do it the other way. You wanted to be in Cardano, and then when it went to $1.80, sell. Now, look, I hold some Cardano for sure. I mean, we haven't sold any of our Cardano at all. 0 of it we've sold, okay? But if you're looking to time the market, you wait for Cardano to pump, and then you take your money out, and you move it over to Ethereum that's in the red. So many of you guys do it the opposite way. Somebody said he's an idiot. You're not an idiot, Raul. No. I don't. You are just a very typical investor in this market. And to become successful in this market, you have to reverse your natural tendency. Your natural tendency is to FOMO into projects that are doing well, get out of the ones that stall. In reality, you should be doing it the opposite. You should be having patience, and you should be holding the projects that are down, that are lagging until they move, and then you move out of them into something else. And then you roll your capital into different investments and things like that. It's unnatural, but you have to be patient with these projects. Should I sell Santa for the bunny, hopping for a pump or for a bump? He says hoping, but I like hopping better. Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say. I did make a trade. We sold Cupid for the Easter bunny. I'm telling you, when it gets over 2,500, I'm coming in as Cupid. Y'all get ready. We are having a Valentine's Day party when Ethereum gets to 2,500. It's holding pretty strong right now at 2065. So now, of course, if you want to trade Ethereum, you can also do that on Bybit. I told you guys yesterday, I'm not really trading Ethereum that much, but if I were to long Ethereum, I told you yesterday would have been the day to do it. So I hope a lot of you guys listened and did that. Not financial advice, but you would have done pretty well. All right, so let's look at some of this data here. Ethereum, this Glassnode alerts, the number of addresses receiving from exchanges just reached a 1-month high of 1.291. Previous 1-month high of 1.29 was observed on March. Here is the metric. I thought we already had this pulled up somewhere. But this is the number of addresses withdrawing from exchanges with a 7-day moving average. I need to zip that in a little bit here. Okay. Oh, that's a little too much. So what you guys can see here is right now the number of addresses withdrawing from exchanges is going up. Clear uptrend over the last year. Now, the question is, why do people do that? Why do people withdraw from exchanges? They withdraw from exchanges to move it over into their custody addresses, where they're actually owning the Ethereum instead of, having it ready to trade, because they're not wanting to trade it. There's a lot of other numbers that seem to indicate that Ethereum is about to rip. This is the percent of balances on exchanges, and this is since September. Look at that number dropping, okay? Only 13% of balances of Ethereum are on exchanges right now. That means 87% of it won't move.
That means exchanges are running out.
Yeah. Well, this isn't technically the reserves, but yeah, I mean, that is definitely, I'm sure there's a correlation between the Ethereum reserves on the exchanges, because people are going to hold on to this. We're getting a lot of new indicators also that the institutions are FOMOing into Ethereum right now. Look, I love Michael Saylor, but he's dead wrong when he says, now, why would he say this? Let's do it. Let's have a little exercise of common sense here, guys. Common sense. Why would Michael Saylor come onto my show and say, Bitcoin is the apex predator? Nah, people aren't really interested in Ethereum. MicroStrategy, number 2 overall holder of Bitcoin.
In the world.
What's that?
In the world,
In
right?
the world, number
Period.
2 holder of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So why would they come out and say people should go buy Ethereum? Okay. So you got to keep that stuff in mind. Institutions are coming to Ethereum. There's no question about it. That was just part of what seemed to be a 6-week FUD campaign against Ethereum. That we never once told you we were selling Ethereum. We never once told you to get out of it. We did tell you, as I mentioned earlier, that by the end of this year, or by the end of this month, that if it hadn't moved, it might be time. But guess what it's doing? It's moving. The Ether money is upon us. So we got that. But I want to show you guys this chart here. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And, man, it has been dropping like a rock. And kind of, if you're looking at market cipher down here, you'll see some we've had some strong indicators that it's going to continue to drop. Right now, if you look here in the red area, that is the money flow. Now, this technically, when it comes to the Bitcoin dominance chart, just means that it's going down instead of going up, is what it means. Obviously, there's not like money flowing in or out of Bitcoin dominance, so to speak, like a regular chart. I mean, I guess kind of still. But the point here is that right now we had a lot of strong indicators that we are on a heavy downtrend for Bitcoin dominance. It got as high as 73%. I mean, look right there. I mean, these should be your targets right here for Bitcoin dominance. And then if you had like another kind of channel here, it looked like the 60% was a very strong line of support for Ethereum and Bitcoin dominance. And right now, if you come in, you look at this, it's very obvious that we are on a breakdown. This is supported when you look at the Bitcoin dominance level coming at 57.5%. Let's see, look, it just dropped again, 57.4%. So let's see. Picked up a few bags of Mark at $1.70. That's Benchmark, one of our partners. Diamond hands are starting to show cracks. We like Benchmark. We think it's going to be very successful. It has a lot of big backers. So, guys, we only work with winners. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. So, yeah, so the Bitcoin dominance is on a clear downtrend. I do think that we're going to see this thing drop. Let's actually do, let's check out the weekly Bitcoin dominance chart here. And let's go back to 2017. And you guys will see, like, crazy. This right here was 2017 and 2018. This is what we're looking for, okay? And if you look at what we've experienced just now recently, you will see that it's really, we still have not got a major drop yet for this. So we need it to plunge. The next level to look at is 57%. So we need to be watching that 57%. But, you know, obviously, if you look at the low here, 35% Bitcoin dominance. That's what causes the altcoins to go. When people are taking profits out of Bitcoin, putting them in altcoins, we are definitely going to see an altcoin season. And if you look here, it happened in waves, right? So this is the weekly chart. You guys can see that we had probably, it looks like here, we had one move down, then we had a second move down, then we had a third move down, and then a fourth leg. So it was like 4 legs of a downtrend for Bitcoin dominance. Right now, I think we're just in the first trend still, right? So we want to see this thing get back down to, you know, somewhere around the 30% mark, and that would be something that would be, you know, gigantically beneficial for our altcoin bags. Let's see. Eris Blom says, hey, Ben, is Bilaxi a safe exchange? Heard some negative stories about it. They have interesting coins there, but I don't feel 100% sure about it. I'm not 100% sure about it because I've never used it. So, but generally, my outlook on exchanges is this. I'm going to use Coinbase. I'm going to use Binance. I'm using Binance.us. I'm going to use Qcoin. I'm going to use Crypto.com. That's about all I use. I don't really use exchanges out of that. And of course, I'm going to use BitSwap. I'm going to use Uniswap. I'm going to use anything decentralized I don't mind using. But a lot of these centralized exchanges, you know, Hotbit, HitBTC, I think BitTrue is pretty decent. The other ones, I don't really use them. BitMax, never, you know, BitHum, don't use it. I'll just tell you what I use and, you know, the ones I trust. So a lot of that is just going to have to do with trust. I trust Coinbase, trust Binance US, trust Binance.com, trust KuCoin, trust Crypto.com. And I'm sure there's one or two I'm leaving out. Gemini. Trust Gemini to work together to with F2 pool to dump all their bags. Yeah, I love that about them. Let's see. Okay, moving on here. Coinbase IPO. We finally have a date for the Coinbase IPO. April 14th, there's a direct listing. It says if their Q1 financial update on April 6th is successful, the sky is the limit for Coin. That's the ticker, Coin?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty funny. I like that.
That's cool.
That is cool they got that. Yeah, very interesting. So April 6th, they need a financial update. I guess that would probably be from Q1, so I guess it's already done. But, I would say look for Coinbase to have a good report from obviously January through March, because these were like the best January through March we've had, right? Wasn't that what we were looking at yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they should have great numbers to report.
So the SEC has approved Coinbase's direct listing proposal for April 14th. Foregoing a traditional IPO could be very lucrative for current Coinbase shareholders. Company will trade under the ticker symbol COIN. Coinbase announced that the SEC validated its proposal for a public direct listing of its stock. The ticker COIN will officially start trading on the NASDAQ Global Select Market on April 14th. So I would think probably, we're going to be looking at a very killer April.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot we've talked about before since they're doing this direct listing. There's a gigantic benefit to Coinbase to see the price of Bitcoin going up during their launch. It's going to be beneficial. They could sell all their shares. And, I don't know if you listened in on my conversation with Justin O last week on our show on Stonks Day, but he said it is highly unusual that Brian Armstrong could actually sell 100% of his shares the first day. But he could. There's no restriction on the Coinbase shares.
Wild.
Now, do I think Brian Armstrong will dump his entire company? Absolutely not. But, it is interesting that he does have the power to do that. So, in another statement, Coinbase also announced they would hold a conference call on April 6th to discuss the financial results of Q1 2021. Let's see. The April 6th updates will time to increase interest in Coinbase's public offering. Their strategy of foregoing a traditional IPO for direct listing is a gamble. Shows they're quite confident in the company's ability to attract enough investors. So that just goes hand in hand with what we've already talked about, which is the benefit of the price of Bitcoin going up. So it says their direct listing strategy is risky because if there's too little interest or coin, the stock will quickly lose value. So, you guys think that's going to happen?
No.
You guys think the Bitcoin's going to dump when Coinbase launches? No.
I think we'll see a pretty good rise over the next 2 weeks, build a lot of hype around it. Then at IPOs, they're trying to draw in more investors. And then it'll be really interesting to see what happens towards the end of April, kind of like we've seen towards the end of these other months, if it gets a little more dramatic towards the end of April, or if we just coast right into May, have a really good April, May, and then it gets crazy in June.
Yeah, I think June is prime target for correction. So I believe April... I think we're going to see the same thing we've seen. I think we're going to see April crush it. We might see it more like February to where it really tailed off at the very end. The last week was really bad. First 3 weeks were good based around this Coinbase date of April 14th. This is a date we're going to definitely want to watch. We also need to watch April 6th to see what that result of their Q1 financial statement is. God, I feel like I'm a nerd, like I'm a stock nerd now that we're talking about like earnings reports and financial statements.
You're getting there. Wait till we go over some P&Ls later.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. I don't want to do that. So anyways, yeah, I think this is going to be something we're going to see that's going to be massive. Are you guys interested in the Coinbase stock? If you are going to be buying coin, let me know. Drop that in the comments. We want to see how many people are actually interested in buying this. Are you going to... Do you have a stock portfolio, TJ?
No, I sold it all for crypto.
Smart move.
Back in 2018, 2019. So I've slowly gotten rid of all the stock that I have, I think. There might be like a couple, $100 somewhere. But if you guys are interested in the Coinbase stock, put hashtag coin in the chat so we can tell. Because I am really curious to see who's going to go out and buy it.
Will we see a correction once Ether is done, specifically for Ethereum? You guys know I made up Ether, right? That's not a real thing. Actually, I think somebody in the chat, technically.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah. You guys know that the Ether pump is not real. Like, it's happening. Maybe we spoke it into existence. Maybe we made it, hop into reality. But, yeah, there's no correlation between Ethereum and Ether.
A lot of people saying they want to buy coin.
Yeah, interesting. So you guys are really psyched for the 7% gains. That's awesome. I'm really excited about that for you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So next we got Grayscale. Grayscale 5.5 million XLM, Mana, Filecoin, Link, and BAT. So basically we talked about this a while back. Grayscale, obviously, the crypto. Wow, golly.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I'm shocked how many of you guys are interested in buying that coin.
Okay.
I'm just watching coin over and over and over again. I mean, I guess, but we're going to have to buy it, right?
Well, I think we talked about waiting, letting it IPO,
Yeah.
seeing if it corrects, and then scooping some. Because I think if you're doing it by a traditional stock valuation and you're looking at BNB as a share of a similar competitor product, the valuation on Coinbase is insane compared to what you can get BNB for.
Well, yeah, but I think this is a direct listing. I think that doesn't matter as much.
Well, it doesn't matter at all. I'm just saying if you could get something that's pretty much the same at a tenth of the price. Like, basically, do you think Coinbase is 10 times better than Binance?
How many shares does Coinbase have compared to the supply of Binance?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying.
But the price doesn't matter, like we always talk about. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
It's
I don't know how many
market-
shares it's going to have.
It's the market cap.
Yeah, so we need to know what the market cap is going to launch at, and then we can determine that. So,
Well, I think they were going to launch it at like 100 million or something like that.
was it Kurt? Was Kurt the one who came up with it? He said Ether and ETH gang. Yeah, that's good.
There
We
it
love it.
is.
It's turned out at what timing, right? I mean, we hit all-time highs on Ether weekend. Like, it's really incredible. I guess probably after next week we won't say Ether until 2022, but it's been fun. Make a shirt that says Lambo over Tesla because we like paying gas fees. Analytics platform ByBT shows that on March 31st, Grayscale Investments Fund affiliated with Barry Silbert, the digital currency group founder, made large crypto purchases. As of April 1st, the company holds a total of $46 billion worth of crypto. That includes $28 million worth of XLM, $38.5 billion in Bitcoin, and $6.1 billion in Ethereum. Now, what is the price of XLM these days? Do you know?
Nope.
It's coming in at number 15. It's up 16% this week. I'm just wondering if we can see a correlation between the prices of these other coins and the price of XLM. So anything Grayscale buys pretty much seems to pump. Cardano pumped just on news. It could be getting a Grayscale trust. But then if you look at Link, Link, another Grayscale product, is crushing it right now. It's at $31 right now in the midst of a breakout. Ethereum holding it $20.67, by the way. Bitcoin stuck at 59.5, so that's good news. We definitely want to see that continue. But we do think this Grayscale news is pretty good. This shows their holdings here. In one day, Grayscale purchased $0.4 billion worth of crypto. Why wouldn't they just say 400 million? That kind of weird. 0.4 billion.
Wait. Oh, that is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I guess they wanted to use the word billion.
They love it. They love it for sure. I'm always confused by that. Okay. Don't know what that says. Bitcoin and Ethereum soar on the same day. Is this coincidence that, they buy more stuff and then prices go up? I think we always see that. Let's see TJ do the next video. Yeah, my voice is rough right now. It wasn't rough earlier this morning. I don't know what I did.
Yeah. I could hear you losing it last night at Andretti's.
But it was fine this morning for the videos we recorded. Didn't have any problems. So I think it was the Ether Bunny suit. I think it has asbestos in it. And I think I may be dying, guys. So
no.
This will end up getting renamed the TJ Show, which is what he's always wanted it to be.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
It's not what you want it to be.
No.
When are we going to do our live stream and have you come on air?
I don't know. Whenever we figure out all this other technical stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So these are projects to watch. Mana, File, Link, BAT. We do know, if we go back and we see what the ones are that, let's see, Delaware LLC registration. Let's see here. Is this the one where we can find it? No, that's not what I want. I want to find the Delaware trust for the Grayscale stuff. List. No, I don't want a registered agent. Delaware LLC search. We come here. We check out the other ones. It's always good to keep an eye on this. If you search Grayscale, you guys can see all the trusts that they have registered. Because right now, guys, We got a rumor that Filecoin and Mana and LivePeer, they were getting listed. Then they end up getting listed, and they've crushed it since then. I don't see any new ones on here, but some ones to watch. You're in Finance, possibly a trust on that. Theta, that's one to watch, I believe. Uniswap, The Graph, Synthetics. Almost all the ones from my picks from this month are on here, I think.
Another fun one about these lists and who seems to be getting the regulatory nod from all these big projects, it's Zcash is the only privacy coin that you ever see on any of these lists. You never see
Monero.
Oh, well, there you go. I was about to say you never see.
This is why it's the BitBoy show.
But
I'm just kidding. No, you are right though.
It's like Gemini. On Gemini and the ones that the Winklevoss twins kind of give the okay to. You're most likely not going to get trouble from the government. Yeah. And Zcash seems to be the regulatory approved privacy coin.
Yeah, and I would say Eternity Chain, Winklevoss twins, another link there to Eternity Chain. Everything these guys touch turns to gold.
Yeah,
so
Filecoin is another one.
Somebody showed an article the other day that said where the Winklevoss twins back in like 2012 or 2013 said that Bitcoin is going to be bigger than Facebook, and it is.
Yep.
So pretty crazy.
They're smart dudes.
They are. They're
not good at explaining Bitcoin to Dave Portnoy though.
No, and we think we may have an in there. So by the way, we did make some progress on getting Dave on the show. So guys, they're lining up to come on the show. They're lining up, so I don't know if they're calling these other YouTubers, but I know they're not. But anyways, we are the mainstream cryptocurrency channel. You guys want underground cryptocurrency channels, you can go somewhere else where people don't know how to read a teleprompter. Billionaire Mark Cuban has a lot of Ethereum, wishes he had bought it sooner. Now, guys, this is the same Mark Cuban, which, do you think I'll be on Shark Tank with him next year?
Could be.
Could be, who knows? But this is the same guy who said that buying Bitcoin is like buying bananas. He literally said that. We do want to get Mark on the show, but he did say, let's see, Mark Cuban, Bitcoin, bananas. There it is. There it is where he said it. We know that Cuban has bought Bitcoin and still owns Bitcoin, but we also know that he once said, I'd rather have bananas than Bitcoin because he could eat bananas. Bitcoin, not so much. He must not have seen those chocolate ones at Walmart.
Well, that was probably right when he was buying Bitcoin, if I had to guess.
And this is kind of the thing to me where I think a lot about Michael Saylor and Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary and all these guys getting in this market and coming into crypto, and how somehow people want to get, or these financial YouTubers that all of a sudden they just decide they're going to talk Bitcoin and crypto, and people are going to be like, oh, these are the gurus, let's listen to them. Like, guys, we're buying Bitcoin a long time ago. They're just now getting on the train. And, they were saying idiotic things. No offense to Mark Cuban. We do want to get him on the show, but this is an idiotic thing to say that Bitcoin is not as good as a banana. Like, let's take a banana when he said that in, I think, 2014 or so. What is the value of one 2014 banana right now? Not as much as the price of one Bitcoin. So, we do have a lot of history of these people saying some not exactly smart stuff about Bitcoin. And meanwhile, we've been leading the new generation of money over here for years. In a recent interview, billionaire investor and entrepreneur Mark Cuban explains why he owns both Bitcoin and Ethereum. He said, you could, with Bitcoin, do transfers, and that was great. And it was a store of value, and that was awesome. It's a better alternative to gold, which is phenomenal, even though in the past he said it's a banana. I need to move this over here.
You're just zoomed in.
Yep, that's weird. Okay. It's a better alternative to gold, which is phenomenal. It's taking money that away from gold, and it's going to continue, and that's why Bitcoin, why I own Bitcoin and why I never sold it. Did he sell bananas? Is he related to Chiquita from the Chiquita banana family? With Ethereum, it's changing. It's adaptable over time, and you're seeing that going to 2.0. And 1559, whoa, he actually knows this. Wow. And all these Ethereum improvement proposals, that is more lifelike. And so I have a lot of Ethereum as well. I wish I had bought it sooner, but I started buying it 4 years ago simply because I think it's as close as we have to true currency. What do you think about that statement?
That's a lot to say it's as close as we have to true currency. It's interesting. Basically, he's saying he likes Bitcoin as a store of value and an Ethereum as another layer of electronic payment on the internet. He's big on DeFi, so he's putting a lot of his eggs in that DeFi Ethereum basket.
A lot of his
eggs.
Yeah. Exactly as I predicted.
So he's smart. He's catching up.
Smart.
He made some stupid statements about the bananas and all that kind of stuff, but
that's bananas.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. There's always money in the banana stand.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, is that a banana in your pocket?
No.
Or are you Mark Cuban?
No.
Guys, to say, and we were talking about this, I was on the Crypto Banner show with Rand Nooner and some other people over there, and I would say this. For Mark Cuban to say that Ethereum is the closest thing we have to true currency, that's not really, in my opinion, a great statement. I mean, Ethereum is not, like, does it have value? Yes. Does it do stuff? Yes. Is Ethereum the truest currency that we have? I would say no. I'd say Bitcoin or Dash or a lot of those other Monero, like a lot of those have much more like money characteristics than Ethereum. And I really do like what Michael Saylor said about all this, which is, Bitcoin is an asset. The rest of these projects, the altcoins, they're more like venture capital projects. And that's what Ethereum truly is as a decentralized network. A lot of capital projects are going to be built upon it. It's a way for you to make money, but I don't think we're going to be paying for our Ether baskets with ETH, at Walmart anytime soon.
Good point.
Yeah. So he also said, what did he also say? He also said, Bitcoin is taking money away from gold, which of course is true. What we're seeing is, and I think this is really the juxtaposition here. We're seeing that Bitcoin is going to crush gold. It's far superior to gold. It's digital gold. It's the modern version of oil is what some people, currently or recently called it. But with currency, I don't think we have the one that's really arisen yet to be the dominant digital currency payment of the internet. People want it to be Bitcoin, but it's clearly not going to be Bitcoin. And I also don't think it's going to be Ethereum. And so when you start looking at Bitcoin, you say, Bitcoin's the next gold. Then they just naturally say, well, what's the next currency? Well, Ethereum's number 2. It's got to be Ethereum. But it doesn't have like a lot of the best. I mean, it doesn't even have it's got an unlimited supply right now. So,
and another thing to keep in mind, especially when you're dealing with these billionaires and stuff, is there's a media incentive here too to make big, crazy statements that they know can be used as a headline. Yep. And so if he's heavy on Ethereum and he can say a statement like that, regardless of how true he thinks it is, it's beneficial for him.
Yeah, exactly. And these guys do understand media attention, and that's why you've seen them for years talking out both sides of their mouths.
Especially Mark Cuban. He really understands it.
So we got some news here for NFTs. We got Funko will combine its collectible figures with NFTs. I did mention this a little bit the other day. Non-fungible tokens are all about taking collectibles to the digital realm, and Funko is eager to seize on that while it can. And we're going to talk about tonight in our video that is about an NFT project. Haven't said exactly who it is, but we will be doing a review of an NFT project tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in the research that we came across, it makes perfect sense. Basically, what you have to look at with Funko and a lot of these other, mainstream platforms is this is just a new way for them to sell merch. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a new way for them to sell retail and merch is a digital space. And when you look at the amount of time it takes to make a physical Funko doll, and the amount of capital it does, and then you think, oh, well, you just make a digital one and then you just reproduce it and give it a limited number of supply. Makes a lot more sense that this is going to be where they're going to be putting a lot of focus here in the future. So non-fungible tokens are all about taking collectibles to the digital realm, and Funko is eager to seize on it. Company has bought control of the NFT startup Token Wave with an aim to combine Funko Pop vinyl figures with digital tokens using the Wax platform. Funko plans to offer an NFT each week, starting at $10, and will mate. I think that's supposed to say make. I don't know. The rarest tokens with exclusive Funko Pop figures. We wouldn't expect prices to climb to the absurd levels of the first tweet or Nyan Cat, but Funko is clearly counting on hype. We also do have this story. Former Apple Music exec joins crypto firm Ledger as head of NFT division. So in his new position at Ledger's vice president of NFTs, Brooks will be responsible for bridging the platform with the artistic community. This is Apple Music veteran Parker Todd Brooks. He's leaving the company to join Ledger, one of the biggest providers of cryptocurrency hardware wallets. This is interesting that they're coming up with an NFT division. Mm-hmm. So I guess they're coming up with an NFT storage solution, a cold storage for NFTs. Brooks is joining Ledger after spending the last 7 years with Apple Music, helping launch Apple Music and music radio stations. Beats won after Beats Music was acquired by Apple in 2014. Prior to his role at Beats Music as Director of Artist Integrations, he worked at Topspin Media, leading its integration into Beats Music and Spotify. BitBoy collectible card game NFT soon. So we do have our BitBoy Wax card series that's coming out. We wanted to gamify that, but it looks like we're a little further out from gamifying it for our deck. We are working on a deck builder game, but it's going to be a little more effort than our original Wax launch here. We are super excited to be working with Wax. We saw the website yesterday for it. It's going to be unbelievable. We're going to have, if you didn't know, we have an entire Marvel Universe ecosystem for BitBoy Crypto, or not BitBoy Crypto, but for BitBoy the superhero, because I wasn't always referred to as a 38-year-old boy. But we do have a lot of really cool superheroes. We can't wait to show you guys that. We'll be covering that in the next couple weeks. Our Wax launch is in 2 weeks. Then after that, we'll be doing a Theta launch. And then after that, we're trying to work with maybe Tops on gamifying everything to make it playable on the blockchain, which would be really fun. But speaking about launches, we did have Taylor Rapp here, who we did a video with the other day. And he's got some NFTs on OpenSea. You guys can come here and bid on them. He's only the third NFL player to release NFTs. You just search Taylor Rapp. You guys can come here and check this. We're going to bid on a couple of these here right now. Let's see. Let's bid on this one right here. Minimum bid is 0.1, so we're going to go ahead and place that. I want to get some of these NFTs. I told him on the call we'd try to get them. Oh, we got to convert. We got to convert this here to WETH. So I guess we'll have to do this first. Well, that's fun. I didn't know we had to do this part. I've actually never used OpenSea. We used Rarible, obviously, at one point, but let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Golly, $229 to wrap it? Jeez. Okay, so that's going to be pending. So hopefully we'll be able to put a bid on that. Also, you guys know, we have been doing videos with Ellie Gonzalez, a L'Oreal Australian model, and this dog is so freaking cute. I love this dog here. Where's a picture of her dog? Look at this picture of this dog. I think Daisy needs her own NFT. Am I wrong? Look how freaking cute that dog is. You cannot beat that dog there. So, well, I don't know. Maybe if it did something bad. You wouldn't want to do that. That would be bad. But, yeah, so there's Daisy the dog. But anyway, she got her own NFT series she just launched. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like. If you guys want to go bid on this, we had another video coming out with her on Saturday. You guys head on over to Ellie's. She got 1.2 million followers on Instagram. And then all you got to do is click on the link here on OpenSea, and it will take you straight here to her NFT collection. So we want to give her a shout out on that. Pretty cool. And guys, NFTs are how people are coming to this market, and you're definitely going to want to, take part in this NFT buying bonanza. You're not necessarily buying them because, they're like investments, but you're buying them if you understand the, collectibles market. It's going to continue to get bigger, and things like that. So let's see if this is going to work now. Guys, I just realized I don't really know how to use OpenSea. You got to wrap your ETH first. I guess I should probably learn how to do that. I thought I just went here, connected my wallet, and did it. We've used Rarible in the past, which is a lot easier than OpenSea. But OpenSea is the #1 in the world. So, very frustrated by that. We'll see if it went through here. I guess it didn't go through yet. So, we want to come on here live and do this. So, we'll have to take care of this after the stream. We are going to make a bid on one of these Taylor Rapp NFTs, so you guys can check that out. All right, so let's move on to the last thing, which is Morgan Stanley Bitcoin. Morgan Stanley approves Bitcoin investments for a dozen new funds. The multinational investment bank looks to add Bitcoin exposure across its funds via cash-settled futures and the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. American investment bank Morgan Stanley plans to allow a dozen of its funds to invest in Bitcoin via cash-settled futures and the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, according to its filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission published yesterday. The bank also noted that investments in Bitcoin via futures or GBTC will be organized through its wholly owned subsidiary, an exempted company under the laws of the Cayman Islands. That's pretty interesting. At the same time, the bank also highlighted Bitcoin's notorious volatility and pointed out the exposure to crypto might present some serious risks. The value of a fund's investments in cryptocurrency is subject to fluctuations in the value of the cryptocurrency, which have been and may in the future be highly volatile. The document stressed, added, the price of Bitcoin could drop precipitously, what a great word, including to zero for a variety of reasons. Bitcoin will never drop to zero.
Yeah.
Like, why do you, TJ, why do you think that's a narrative these people continue to push?
I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I can't see a real upside to making people that fearful, especially when they're trying to sell a Bitcoin product. Maybe it's just CYA. Like, if they say everything, then no matter what happens, they're covered. I don't know. It's just maybe typical risk management from financial people. I don't know.
So what a weird world the finance world is.
Yeah.
And we're in it, which is even weird.
It is weird to be trying to sell a product.
Yeah.
And then you say, well, but it could be total trash, but please buy it.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy. It's like, have you tried new Sugar O cereal? It could kill you. First taste, nobody's ever tried it before. It could kill you. Probably won't, but it might. Hey, you want to buy it? $3?
Exactly.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. And yet, this is what they're doing here. I think this is like totally backwards and counterintuitive to selling a product. And guys, this is the world that we live in now, which is institutions are here and they will continue to rise. Now, we do believe that the peak of this market will be marked with a lot of retail investors coming in. But the fact is that, you know, we need the money from the institutions. And I want to know from you guys in the comments, which, by the way, smash the like button for us. Smash the like button for us if you were here before the institutions. I want to see how many of you guys were here before that. Somebody said nice haircut. The haircut is nice, okay? I had the bunny suit on. It kind of messed it up a little bit.
Somebody said you went to Gavin Wood's barber. Does he have bad hair?
Mother. I've never been as pissed as that comment. Would the game Magic the Gathering work as an NFT? That's kind of what we're working on. Not Magic the Gathering, but we are working on gamifying our BitBoy cards to where it will be playable on blockchain, kind of similar to a deck builder game or Magic the Gathering. Yes, they will be able to work as NFTs. It is a process. It's quite more complicated than we thought it was going to be. Because number one, you have to figure out how to make the game mechanics, make the art, and then gamify it. It's a totally different thing. So we think we may be working with Topps to gamify stuff. That's a conversation we're having here pretty soon with them. We like Topps. We think they're a great company. They're really big on NFTs. They understand the future. So, just kind of getting back to this Morgan Stanley story, kind of you see it with Topps too. You see it with, basically a lot of these traditional companies are seeing things are changing and they're wanting to be part of it. And so Topps is doing an NFT market. Then on the institutional side and the fund side, you're seeing companies like Morgan Stanley and Fidelity jumping into crypto. They don't want to get left behind. Could go to zero. Everybody could go to zero. But, I think that we are seeing a changing world. And I think, I want to know from you guys in the comments, I want to know from you guys, like, what do you think that this is going to mean for crypto from here on out? Like, do you think that these institutions coming in are going to change the Bitcoin cycles and we're going to see a Bitcoin super cycle? Or we're going to see Ethereum also have some crazy runs? Or do you think we're going to see the same thing we always see, which is 85 to 97% drops for all cryptocurrencies across the board? Because, I tend to believe, and we talk about it a lot, I tend to believe that what we're going to see is less volatility in this bear market, but it's still going to be bad. Someone said that they were in crypto before Amanda Biffle. So heard Amanda Biffle just got into it this week. So she didn't know we existed probably until then.
Oh, and by the way, we do have somebody flying in for our meetup. That's a trading card game specialist and content creator, knows a lot about game mechanics, who wants to help on the the BitBoy trading card game mechanics. And
Perfect. Is it the same guy we talked to in Las Vegas?
No, this is somebody else.
Different guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely interested in that, guys. We want to turn BitBoy into not BitBoy crypto, but BitBoy the character in the comic series into like the next Marvel. Like, that's what we think. Like, this is cutting edge. It's new stuff. They're fun characters. Can't wait to show you guys everything with the wax release. We're going to release all of our characters. We'll have more in the future, but that would be some good stuff. So, guys, I want to know from you guys, have you enjoyed the Ether pump? Have you guys enjoyed the Ether pump? We're very excited to see Ethereum at all-time highs. I can't see out of this. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can.
You can't?
Can.
Oh, you can. But I just want to tell you all, I told you for a long time, hold on to your ether bags. And now you've been rewarded with an ether pump. And I'm very excited. Love you guys. That's all I got. Be blessed, big boy out.